You are watching the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Second game of the day in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and it's a battle between the Big East champs, the Creighton Blue Jays, and one of the Big 12's best. That's the Kansas Jayhawks. They meet coming up at Baum-Walker Stadium. One game already in the books, the number 3 overall national seed Arkansas with a 6-2 victory in its opening round game, and they were led by Cam Koziel. His rampage at the plate. 3 hits, he was a triple shy of the cycle, he knocked in 4 runs. So Arkansas has moved on to face the winner of this one coming up. Remember, double elimination format this regional round. So you can take one loss, you can't take a second. And so the winner of this game faces Arkansas. Critical to move on and play in that winner's game tomorrow. So welcome to the yard. That's the coach. That's Bobby Miranda, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. So Arkansas, all right, number 3 national seed, 6-2 victory. Their victories in the books there. What'd you think of their performance?
Solid win, outstanding bullpen in game 1 for the Razorbacks for the win. So they're moving on undefeated in this tournament.
Yeah, they struck out 11 Bison hitters. So who's going to face them next? Let's start with Kansas. The breakthrough season for the Jayhawks. They win 43 games. They're back in this tournament for the first time in 11 years. They're led by one of the more dangerous hitters in the league, Bobby. That's Brady Ballinger.
Dynamic personality. Sean Casey Comp. Okay, take a look at his approach at the plate. Take a look at his energy. He's the igniter. Watch for the leg kick. It's extreme. He has great balance at the plate, hits the ball to all fields. This is their dude.
Saw the 1,200 OPS. That leads the Big 12. Meanwhile, for Creighton, the Big East champs, they had the best pitching staff in the Big East this year, thanks in large part to what Dominic Cancelleri did this year, their ace.
The pitcher of the year in the Big East really competes, really believes in his stuff, especially his ride fastball at the top of the strike zone. This guy is a true competitor and an ace for Creighton.
He is their headline starter. He will face Kansas's top starter in Dominic Vagley. Pair of 40-win teams going head-to-head. First pitch coming up next. This is Ed Service's lineup card. This has been the primary group for much of this season. Bobby, Big East champs in the regular season and the conference tournament. A lot of pop in the top portion of that order.
They've been very hot since going 3-3 early in the season. Then they went 14-1 to follow up, and then a Big East championship. Big part is the Sherman kid in the 2-hole. 321 in the last 2 weeks, 386 with runners in scoring position. He's a big spot for them on this lineup.
A lot of extra base hits. You see the doubles. On the mound for Kansas, the big stage here in this regional round. Bobby, it's the sophomore from just south of St. Louis, Dominic Vagley, who started now 30 games in his 2-year career at Kansas.
Love this kid. Tremendous athlete, program changer. Great recruit out of Illinois. Big land right there for sure. Could have signed out of high school, was drafted, did not, came to Kansas. This is a true ace. Power stuff in the strike zone, a lot of run and ride. Watch his slider. It really explodes in the mid-80s. It's a strikeout weapon. Excited to see him throw.
He and Cooper Moore, they have been the 2 stars in that rotation every weekend this season for Kansas. And a really neat moment for both of these programs. Long time coming for Creighton after missing the last couple of Big East tournaments. They win it this year, a veteran group. They are back in the NCAA tournament for the first time in 6 years. Kansas, meanwhile, their breakthrough season. Welcome back to the dance. Last time they were in a regional was 2014. This slow, steady ascension for the program, and now the Jayhawks firmly back in the upper echelon of the Big 12 after finishing second this year to West Virginia.
Next level turnaround quickly.
No doubt. So buckle up. Here we go. Winner of this one faces Arkansas in the Battle of the Winners tomorrow night. And so we're underway just after 7 local time. Beautiful day in Fayetteville. Sunny skies, temperature in the low 70s. This is Tate Gillen, redshirt junior from just outside of Kansas City. And he waves and misses at that one from Vagley. So 95 on the gun for the sophomore from Columbia, Illinois.
Big arm, really good stuff, really good athlete.
And so you might have to do your best to differentiate between the two shades of blue today at Baum-Walker Stadium. Lawrence, Kansas, about a 4-hour drive from Fayetteville. And the Creighton Blue Jays from Omaha, it's only about a 6-hour, 6.5-hour drive by car. So we've got both fan bases. They are out in full force with the support today in Fayetteville. So a favorable count for Tate Gillen. Three-one pitch on the way from Vagley. And that's fouled away down the line.
Watch for these 3-ball counts. We talked about it in the first game. These 3-ball counts. The national average this year for on-base percentage is .630 in 3-ball counts. You want to avoid those at all possible. Avoid 3-ball counts.
It's just the national average.
Yes.
Look out. Payoff pitch here. Gillen up the middle, and that's a base hit for Creighton. So a good start for the Blue Jays.
And 1 for 1 in 3-ball counts are the Blue Jays. Get ahead in the count right there. Put a good swing through the middle of the field. And a fastball away at 95 miles an hour.
Also, here is the aforementioned Matt Sherman, 6th-year senior from Illinois, all-conference selection. Very impressive numbers in his last ride. Creighton, veteran team. I know that word gets thrown around a lot. Just about every starter, a multi-year starter within the program. And that time Sherman bluffed the bunt, but the pitch was in for a strike anyway.
And that's what's so intriguing about this game, this matchup. A lot of veteran players, especially on the position player side, going head-to-head today.
Yep. Two teams that won 40-plus games in the regular season. Sherman flares that into center. Derek Serta makes the catch, so one gone. One last ride for Ed Service, the winningest coach in program history. And Bobby, last week, outside of Cincinnati in the Big East tournament, surpassed 900 wins for his career. You see more than 700 at Creighton. He announced his retirement at the end of last season, that this would be his last year. And someone who has spent so many impactful years in Omaha. He's got a team in this tournament. One last ride. This is Nolan Sailors, takes that one away.
We have a couple legends in this regional. Coach Service being one of them for sure. One of the all-time greats.
Yep.
Tremendous passion for the game, integrity, and a long time at a high level. 900 wins. It's a big number.
Well, Dave Van Horn, in our game previously earlier today, more than 1,500 in his career. He's got a good one here in Sailors, the senior from Omaha. Grew up going to Rosenblatt Stadium, watching the College World Series as a kid. The numbers off the charts. He's been their premier hitter, hitting close to 400 this season. Really dynamic player, too. Could steal bases when he gets on the base paths.
He has a great approach. Left center's his target. Speed contact guy, hitting .392 going into this regional. The 1.0 OPS.
2-0, that's hammered foul. And maybe a play down the line. Long run for Barth, and it falls past the mitt, skips into the seats.
Ooh, that could come up big right there. That ball had a lot of English on it, which means it's almost like a ball that you get around and slice when you're golfing right there. And the ball has a lot of play, and it comes back to the line. Just overrun a little bit. A lot harder play than it looks when you're going full speed at it. Just whiffed it.
There's that bright sun that is setting just behind the third base side of the stadium. So another chance for Nolan Sailors. Gillen has stolen 14 bases this season. Sailors swings and misses.
There's that ride fastball at 94, top of the strike zone. Vaguely is right, especially to left-handed hitters. You'll see that pitch a lot on the inner half and up.
2-2. Swing, that one is drilled deep to left, got some carry to it. Serta at the wall, and he makes the catch. That chases Gillen back to first base. Sailors hit it hard, but there's 2 outs.
Wow. Just enough room to keep that in the yard. Ball's hit almost 100 miles an hour and just barely missed it. But good approach. Good approach. Go back to the dugout. Talk to your teammates, what you saw up there. It's a good swing to the left center gap.
So Vaguely is looking for a scoreless first inning, faces Ben North next. This is now 31 starts, 31 appearances in Vaguely's career. Burst onto the scene last year, Big 12 Freshman of the Year, all-conference team selection. And this season, just as dependable. 84 strikeouts in more than 90 innings. So it's a lot of innings that he logged this year. Sailors checks to swing. That one was in there anyway.
He's a true Friday night starter in the Big 12. Like we talked about in the opener, program changer when they landed him out of Illinois.
See the numbers last year, 80 strikeouts, a Kansas freshman record. Runner on the go, pitches low, throw down to second. Got him. Inning over. Ian Francis throws Gillen out, and it's a scoreless top of the first. Kansas hits next.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew, what kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
Dan Fitzgerald had the pleasure of watching this dynamic offense this year. This is his lineup card for their first NCAA tournament in more than a decade. Bobby, Kansas set a program record, 100 homers this year, a lot of power.
A lot of power. They play for that 3-run. They can drive the ball all over the yard. Slug is a big factor within their offense, no question about it. And Brady Ballinger, he is the igniter. Moving him to the leadoff spot today. I thought that was an interesting move. Hits in the 2-hole a lot.
Yep.
Now he's leading off. This guy's an energy giver, big personality. Love him.
And so Kansas faces the veteran, the 6th-year senior from Wayne, New Jersey, Dom Cancelleri, who earned the Pitcher of the Year award in the Big East this season, Bobby.
Yeah, true 4-pitch mix. Watch the top of the zone with his ride fastball. He loves to go up in the zone with good spin rate and beat the hitter above the strike zone as well.
The sub-2 ERA overall, also had the lowest ERA in conference games this season. He has turned in this revival of a season after suffering the elbow injury a year ago. So he faces the explosive Kansas lineup. Ballinger takes that pitch for a strike. Look at that OPS. He led the Big 12, 1,200 OPS.
Oh, yeah.
Half of his hits were extra base hits this year. He's got to protect with the 0-2 coming. Wave and a miss. That's a foul tip into the mitt. One away.
There's that fastball that rides at the top of the strike zone and ends up above the strike zone. Watch it right here. The Kansas hitters need to stay off that pitch. It's only 90, 91, but it plays up. It comes at you around 94, 95, 96 because it's at the top of the strike zone with spin.
So 3 pitches and 1 out for Cancelleri. .54 strikeouts for the righty in 51 innings this year. Faces Dariel Osoria next. Osoria takes one for a strike, so he has found the zone here on his first 4 pitches. Working quickly in the opening frame.
Yeah, a lot of tempo. Love to play defense behind a guy like this. Well, we don't need a pitch clock for this guy. He just gets it and throws it.
One-two coming to Osoria. That slapped foul right above the Kansas dugout. This year was the career year for Cancelleri, who has now spent 4 years with the program. Started at Notre Dame way back in 2020. Didn't play that year. Seldom pitched in his 2 years with the Irish. 1-2, foul tipped into the mitt. 2 up, 2 down.
And as advertised, another fastball at the top of the zone. That 4-seam spin. Watch the carry here. It looks juicy, but it's up. And a chase at the letters.
And so you got a couple of hitters here that could not help themselves. Jackson Hauge to now face Cancelleri for the first time. Hauge, 5th-year senior, turned in a wonderful year at the plate. Takes that pitch for a strike. All-conference season. Led the Big 12 with those 19 home runs.
Yeah, strong. It's like a linebacker up there playing baseball.
0-1. That breaking pitch misses a little low.
Haven't seen many breaking balls so far. A lot of fastballs, just charging it in the zone and at the top of the zone, above the zone.
That one's tapped down the third baseline. Sherman's got it. Low throw. McLean picks it, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Dominic Cancelleri. Scoreless after 1 inning.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening.
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
The Creighton Blue Jays, they were the unequivocal Big East champs this season, won the regular season title, 1 seed, in the Big East tournament where they swept the field, and that punched their ticket to their first NCAA regional in 6 years. So it had been a minute. We talked with this team and a handful of players after missing the Big East tournament the last couple of years. There was a drive, a determination to get back to this NCAA tournament. It felt like a long time coming for this group. Very experienced, seasoned crew. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Blue Jays. Second inning. This is Ben North, who was in the box when the first inning came to a close. Runner was caught stealing in that frame. There's one quick out for Dominic Vagley, who's faced the minimum here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this Creighton team, they had tremendous belief to do two things: make their conference tournament and then make the NCAA tournament. So far, they've achieved both of those goals.
Here's Connor Capisi.
So my question now is, what's next for the Creighton Blue Jays? What's next? We'll find out tonight.
Their recent trips to this tournament, they have routinely found themselves in a regional final. But you'll find it unique to know the only time they have advanced out of a regional was that spirited run to Omaha back in the early 90s. 0-2 is cut at and missed, and so Vagley has retired the first two hitters here. Capisi goes down on strikes. Will McLean to bat next.
Takes down the conference tournament most outstanding player last week, right there. Chases a fastball up in the strike zone.
So both Vagley and Cancelleri, the two Dominics on the mound for each respective team, they have really set the tone here with their strong starts. McLean is the senior from Exeter, New Hampshire. Takes that for a strike. He's got 8 homers this year. It's a team high. Now remember, Creighton plays at Charles Schwab, Bigger Park, site of the World Series. 0-1, that is hammered. No doubter, God!
Oh my!
Will McLean, a monster slam.
455 feet. Let's call it 456.
Oh my God.
0.9. So that ball was hit 109 miles per hour. Way out of here. Watch it right here. Down and in. Little cutter on the inner half. And everyone in Fayetteville knew that ball was gone.
Leaves the yard. It goes over everything. The development center out in right center.
Gets out of the facility.
Teddy Dieters waves at that one. Counts nothing. That is the furthest homer I've seen this year. 456.
For sure. For sure. Same.
Wow.
Ditto. 456.
0-1 is topped foul. So that is a tone-setting blast in the second inning for Will McLean.
It's the one thing that's been hurting Vaguely a little bit lately in the season. He's been giving up the long ball.
Tapper, left side. This is Brady counseled. So the inning does come to a close, but Vaguely allows the mammoth shot to Will McLean.
Watch it right here. This ball's down and in. He drops the head, turns on it, and he knew this was way gone. You had to admire it. Out of the facility, 1-0 Creighton.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
There's the freshest Big 12 coach of the year, Dan Fitzgerald. He has elevated this Kansas program back into the upper echelon of the Big 12. 43 wins, second most in school history. And they are back in this tournament, Bobby, for the first time in more than a decade. 4-5 and 6-2 up for his Jayhawks here, bottom of the second.
That man knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That man knows what he's doing. He was a outstanding recruiter, assistant coach at DBU in their heyday when they were rocking into super regionals and stuff like that. He was at LSU. This guy knows what he's doing. Dallas Baptist is where he was back in the day when he really put himself on the map.
Brady Council bounces out to Ben North, one away. He was a really, really successful junior college head coach about 15 years ago. He's going to the JUCO National Championship year after year. You said it, Coach. Major success as an assistant at Dallas Baptist, 1 year at LSU. And slowly but surely he is, I should say, he has risen the bar at Kansas. This is Derek Serta, who's hit leadoff a whole bunch this year. Today in the 5-hole, junior from the Dominican Republic.
There's another country represented in this tournament. It's an international flavor here today,
right,
for sure.
We had Canadians, Australians earlier today. Our first game, that pitch is on the outside corner. It's a Kansas roster that is made up primarily of first-year players. So in order to have success, you've got to hit on the type of player and individual you're recruiting out of the portal. And they have had the formula right. It's only gotten better and better the last few seasons. This being that breakthrough year.
They've dipped down into Division II, junior college, Division III, Division I. They've hit on some portal guys for sure. Instant plug and play to elevate this program in the Big 12 and nationally.
Yeah, Serta is one of them. Junior college All-American last year at Western Oklahoma State College. So let's see if he can figure out the Cancelleri Rubik's Cube here. Off-speed pitch, just tops that one foul. So Cancelleri has retired all 4 hitters he's faced, and he has gotten out ahead of all of them. Got another 1-2 pitch coming here to the righty Serta.
And you saw a lot of fastballs. Now you're seeing some off-speed. He's a true 4-pitch mix guy. That was that big 12-6 slow, almost a change-up breaking ball, really. I like it.
Trying to put away the righty. Topped foul straight down into the plate.
That's right on right change-up. So he's featured them all. You've seen the fastball, you've seen the slider, you've seen the curveball, and now the changeup right on right. High level right there, for sure.
He has truly blossomed this year. He had always been good and reliable. This season he dominated. 1-2, that's there, called third strike. He's fanned 3 batters, 2 away here in the second. So the NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow and all weekend on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. Visit ncaa.com for more information. You hungry? Got a little food in between games?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We went a little Jimmy John's.
First pitch swinging Michael Brooks fouls that one away.
Dom can pitch.
Boy, what a start for Cancelleri.
That was a fastball in after arm side changeups, breaking balls, sliders. I mean, he's really mixing in and out, up, down, changing speeds front to back.
A little low that time, so the count evens.
And when he misses, it's centimeters.
That was close. By the way, it's Jason Harstick behind the plate, home plate umpire today. Travis Carlson's over at first. Greg Charles, second base umpire. Jason Bradley is at third. Second game of the day, Arkansas, the number 3 overall seed in the field. One earlier, winner of this one gets the Hogs tomorrow. Oh, that is some filthy breaking stuff right there. Just the off speed. So the changeup fools Brooks.
Yeah, that is a big time pitch. And to pair that with a fastball, unbelievable.
2-2. Just off the outside corner. Payoff. That's a 2-out walk, so Brooks is aboard. First Kansas base runner. Tommy Barth to bat next. Couple of misses in that at-bat, to your point, Coach. They were close.
Barely.
Yep.
He's about 3 walks per 9. He's right at the standard, so for a starter, that's outstanding.
It was a career best ERA, batting average against, strikeout rate for Cancelleri this year. And even Ed Service told us it's not just what you see on the field, it's everything off it as well. The way he has carried himself, the way he prepares, it's evolved in his 4 years. 1-0, that one is hammered. This one's got some carry. There it goes. It's gone. Kansas swings in front.
That was an off-speed pitch, 82 miles per hour, possibly a changeup. We'll take a look at it here. 104 off the barrel. That ball got out of here in a hurry. Check it out right here. No, it's a slider that doesn't do anything. It's kind of a cement mixer. Stayed in the middle of the zone, up. Watch it at the belt. Those balls go a long way if you hit them out front with backspin to the pull side.
Sixth homer of the season for Tommy Barth. And so the 2-out walk proves costly. Sawyer Smith hits now at the bases empty. Out ahead of the lefty that counts quickly 0-2. So it is the home run ball that is giving us all of our runs today. Will McLean goes yard for Creighton in the top half of the inning, and Barth answers in the home half.
I mean, just like that, it's 2-1, right? Just cruising along, a 2-out walk, and then boom, big fly.
This is our home plate umpire, Jason Harstick. He clearly
oh, he took it right in the finger.
Yeah. So getting helped out here by the Kansas athletic trainer. That's Jeff Roberts.
There's no emotion there at all, though. That's some serious stuff. There's his hand exposed. Ouch. Oh. Watch it just bounce off the bottom of the barrel. Ooh.
So they patched him up. Jason Harstick.
You know, back in the day, that would never happen with the big pillow. Remember, you see the guys with the big pillows.
That's right.
Now they're all cool looking with it. You just have the chest protectors on with the big pillow back there in the 60s and 70s. Those guys never had that happen. No, that's good.
Right.
Some toughness right there.
Tough umpire. He's ready to go. And the 0-2 is outside.
Very happy he's okay.
Called third strike, inning over. 2 more strikeouts in the second for Cancelleri, but he gives up the homer, and it's 2-1 Kansas.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous.
The WNBA on ESPN.
Welcome everyone to Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series.
Here I come. I wear it all on my sleeve, so everything you see shows you where I'm from.
Bolts back and makes the catch. Somehow hung on. Back-to-back jacks.
More. Can you believe it?
The College World Series returns to Omaha June 13th. And will another national champion
Some
come
Razorbacks
from the
hanging
SEC?
out right here.
We shall see. All right, so Arkansas winners earlier today with the 6-2 victory over North Dakota State. 5 straight national champions out of the SEC and 5 different programs.
World-class college baseball.
Yep. This is Kyle Hess. Lifts this one out to deep left field. Hess at the wall, and it's caught by Barth. He robs Hess of a homer. Sports Center top 10 nominee right there.
A lot harder play than it looked. He had that sun glaring in his eyes. Got to the wall. I'm not sure if this would have gone out. I want to take a look and see. Oh yeah, it's definitely going out. 100% took away a home run.
Great look right here.
Knew where he was. Wow, quality play. Could have been the 3rd home run of this game already.
Yep, that's Dominic Vagley. Gets a little help from his left fielder. So Hess retired, Dakota Duffalo on the right side.
You can see him shading the sun. I mean, that is a tough play. He's right on the edge of that shadow and goes into the sun to catch that baseball at the wall. Not easy.
Looking right into it right now. So here comes the 1-1. It's on the way.
And remember, that's one thing that the coaching staff for Kansas was concerned with before the game. Vaguely giving up the long ball lately. 4 home runs in his last 5 games. Here's that shadow.
Look at how long the shadow
Right.
is. That says it all.
He's right on the edge of it. And the ball's carrying here tonight.
3-1. That's a little tight, so it's a 1-out base runner for Creighton. So we'll go back to the top of the order. Tate Gillen to bat next.
Yeah, it looks like to me if you can get a ball up in the air with backspin, you have a good chance of leaving the yard.
Well, it was McLean who drilled one.
Oh,
absolutely clobbered one over the right field wall.
Going out of Grand Canyon.
Over the entire ballpark. And then Tommy Barth, who just took a homer away. So what is he? He's +3.
He's +3 right now.
His 2-run homer in the bottom half of the second has Kansas ahead. First pitch is in for a strike to Gillen.
You know, coaches do that. They'll look at the defense and the offense and just keep going back and forth. And you make an error, you're -1.
Yep.
Offensively go plus.
What's your plus-minus?
There you go.
That was a really impressive play by Barth, who, remember, overran a fly ball in foul ground down the left field line an inning ago. And so he makes up for the mistake in a major way. That drops in for a strike, so the count's 0-2 on Gillen, who singled his last time up.
Still a tough sun out there. You can see it in his eyes. Puts his glove up for the pitch. Look at that right there. Tries to get that shade on his eyes. Yeah, I wonder why his Oakleys are not over his eyes. They're just on his hat. He's using the glove to shade his eyes. Maybe the depth perception isn't there, the shadow. I don't know.
You know what's interesting?
I don't question him because he just made an unbelievable baseball play.
A top 10.
Those are some nice looking shades
catch.
though. Got some blue iridium right there. That's what they call the blue iridium, the outfield shades. It's the major.
Don't you have one of the?
Yeah, blue iridium.
Yeah,
you wear them on a baseball field. They're made for baseball.
You know what's interesting?
Either red iridium or blue iridium.
Yep. Well, if you play for Kansas,
well,
you could use both depending on the uniform combination. You know what's unique? It's 7:45 local time here in Fayetteville, so 7:45. Tomorrow, our game, the first pitch of our second game tomorrow is 8 o'clock. So these shadows would be gone, or rather the sun would be gone for the outfielders.
It's getting easier.
0-2, slow roller to the right side, and the flip is late. Nobody's at third base, and Ballinger realized that and just sprinted over. Duffalo stayed at second, never really broke towards the third base bag. 2 on.
So Kansas was in a shift right here. They had their second baseman really deep. Shortstop was up the middle, third baseman at short, so it's a long run for that slow roller. Just too much speed to make that play. Here's Sherman. This is their guy. It's clutch.
Lined out to center field in the first inning. And that's another first pitch strike for Dominic Vagley. Popped up foul, so he's got 2 strikes on Sherman. Got really good hitters coming up for Creighton. Sailors, North, Capisi, McLean homered. And they've got a pair of runners on here in the third.
You definitely want to get ahead of Sherman with runners in scoring position. He's hitting almost 400.
0-2 is lined through the left side. That's a base hit. Barth gets up with it quickly. Bases are loaded for Nolan Sailors. A big spot for the Blue Jays early in this one. Down a run.
Sherman's a tough out. He fights up there, and like we talked about, Almost a 400 hitter with runners in scoring position. That was a breaking ball. It just kind of sat there in the middle of the plate. Did a nice job of getting the barrel on it to the 6 hole.
So Ian Francis and Vaguely will have a quick conversation before they face Nolan Sailors. That's the most productive hitter in the Creighton lineup. This game is so important for so many reasons in this double elimination regional round. If you can win the first game, you've got a major leg up. When you win the first 2 games, now you're really in the driver's seat. So you can take one loss, Bobby. The second one, you're gone.
Yeah, this first game is so important in these 4-team regionals. 2-0 is even more important. The only way you can be 2-0 is you got to win the first one.
First pitch to Sailors, misses inside. You got Duffalo over at third. He walked. Tate Gillen singled. So did Matt Sherman. Counts 2-0.
392 hitter at the plate. The 1.0 OPS. I mean, this is a real dude right here as well for the Creighton Blue Jays.
2-time All-Big East slugger. Omaha native waits on a 2-0. That one's down. Francis keeps it nearby. But Vaguely has got to find the zone now.
It's one of those 3-ball counts. They're trouble, definitely. And I like how Sailor took that pitch, just nice and calm and easy in the box, very hitterish looking.
Ball 4, and a run comes in. So Creighton loads the bases. They get the walk. It's 2-2. A 4-pitch walk with the bags full.
You got to understand, Vaguely, Friday night ace in the Big 12, averaging just around 3 walks per 9. That's the standard. He throws it in there. Not a lot of 3-ball counts in his arsenal. And so have a little visit change the mindset.
For sure. Brandon Scott, he's the pitching coach for Kansas. So after a pair of walks here in the third, you got a Kansas Jayhawk scrambling down to the bullpen now. So the last time Vaguely pitched was in that Big 12 tournament in their victory against Oklahoma State. He walked 4 hitters in that 4-inning outing, gave up 6 earned. So his last time out was a little rocky, but before that he was fantastic against West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, all the tools are there in the toolbox, no question about it. He's just getting some pitches up in the strike zone, getting behind in the count. That's creating some traffic.
Now you just saw Manning West scurry down to the bullpen. He is one of their very reliable long relievers out of the bullpen. But right now, Vaguely faces the cleanup hitter Ben North. Hit one deep to center last time up, and he's out ahead of the off speed that time.
55 RBIs on the season, hitting around 300 with runners in scoring position. Last 2 weeks, 333 clip.
Swing, that's hit hard. Council keeps it in front of him to the third base bag. He gets the out. Another run does score. And it's 3-2.
Nice.
Creighton.
I was going to say, Fitzy, nice play. That ball was hammered, 103 miles per hour, 1-hop line drive, and Council showed some serious toughness. Hockey goalie right there. Watch it, he just sacrifices his body, knocks that ball down, and gets the out. Love it.
And he just gets to the bag before Sherman gets that right hand in. So 2 runs are in. Had a good teacher growing up.
I was going to say, had some serious toughness.
Connor Capisi lifts it into right center. Haugie's got it. But Creighton adds 2 and swings back in front. Fun start to this one.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
Oh, you know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
What's happening? Welcome. Allow me to adjust your gravity. No, I'm fine. Gravity on.
On June 20th, kick off your summer with
Elio.
You're more puny than I expected.
I could say the same about you. These are the lava tunnels. Chloe and I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. Actually kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG, June 20th.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Back in Fayetteville. BMO and Fitz with you. And Coach Mo, you're looking around at some of the top storyline. How about Vanderbilt, the #1 overall seed, having to erase a late deficit to take down Wright State?
Wright State, a quality mid-major program, used to winning. Vandy comes back and gets that one. And then look at that TCU-USC score. That's an interesting score for me. I thought TCU would go in there and do damage in that regional. 13-1.
Just an emphatic opening round win, and we know the importance. We cannot underscore it enough. The importance of winning the first game. Bottom of the third here. This is Dom Cancelleri, who now pitches with a lead again. Back and forth we go. Each team has scored runs in the last 3 half innings. Ian Francis is the catcher who leads things off. 9-1-2 for the Jayhawks. Finished second in the Big 12. Fantastic year for Kansas. You win this first game, all you need is one more to vault yourself to the regional final, where you're then in the driver's seat. Easy first out in the third.
There's that change-up breaking ball at 71 miles per hour, the Big 12-6. Makes you come around, hit a ball on the ground. Huge inning right here for the Blue Jays. A shutdown opportunity after going ahead in this game, top of the third.
You know, it's been a fun start. We've had a lot of action in these early innings. We've seen some Cancelleri and Vagley with some really fine pitching early on as well. Now, Ballinger struck out on 3 pitches against Cancelleri in the first.
Check out that leg kick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive. It's extreme. I love it. It's the load is amazing. Look how early, right there.
Well, you talked with him about that yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Very natural. That's been a part of his game.
For a long time.
2-1. Swings, drills it. That's a base hit. Into right, Dieter's up with it. Ballinger slams on the brakes. And so you got a 1-out base runner for Kansas. All right, so tell me what you got here on the hitting approach.
Well, it's done nice and early. He gets loaded right here. It's almost like a pitcher, like a left-handed pitcher right here. And he just sits on that backside, puts his foot down, and swings the bat. He says he sees the ball very well and reads everything when he gets loaded with that leg kick. Then all he does is see the baseball, put his foot down, and swing. Very simple, but hard to do. You got to be athletic to get on that one leg and balance. Because nothing happens till both feet are on the ground, and he's a high-level hitter for sure.
All-conference first-team selection. Now it's Dariel Osoria's turn. Ballinger just a sophomore. He's from Las Vegas. Last year he was a junior college All-American, one of many, not just first-year transfers, but transfers from the junior college, maybe Division II, Division III ranks. He has come in and been incredibly productive at the high major level. Osorio comes up empty there. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, the adjustment just smoothly transitioned into the Big 12, and that's a very good list. The third best RPI league in the country.
8 teams in this tournament. Osorio got underneath it. Any room here for Capisi? No.
The key is to get these transfers, hit on your transfers, plug and play, and be ready to go. Oh, is he okay? A little foul ball. Hope he's okay.
Cancelleri trying to put away Osorio. It's a little above the letters. So now the count goes full.
Not sure exactly where that pitch was.
It must have been up.
It was a changeup. Sometimes the umpire will get frozen as well.
3-2. That's off the outside edge. So a couple of base runners now for Kansas.
Doubled up his changeup and just pulled it a little bit away from arm side. Usually when a pitcher doubles up that pitch they just missed on the pitch previously, they have a better feel for that second one and throw it for a strike. That's why you see pitching coaches back-to-back call a pitch. And maybe the kid threw in the dirt, he'll make the adjustment. It's like bowling. And you don't hit the head pin with your first shot, right? Then you throw the bowling ball the next one, you have to make the adjustment. Very similar. My dad used to say that on the baseball field.
Didn't get the spare there, though.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Got to pick up the spare instead of walking the hitter.
Well, this is Jackson Hauge. This is not a hitter you want to face in this spot. Hauge's from Ramsey, Minnesota. Got a lot of Minnesota guys on this roster. Remember, that's where Dan Fitzgerald grew up, outside of Twin Cities area. Here's the 0-1. That's lined into left. Will it stay up? Nailers makes the catch. 2 out.
Got a good jump on that baseball, and you can see the sun has finally set behind the stadium. Everything's in dark shade now. It's much easier to see the baseball in left field. There's a good look at it. Yeah, that shadow has gone all the way past the stands almost. Much easier to see when you're playing defense.
Well, the fans in the hog pen, they don't even have to block the sun now to catch the homers.
Correct.
This is Brady Council in the cleanup spot from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, right outside of Milwaukee. Yep.
His dad knows a thing or two about the game of baseball. Great player at Notre Dame. Longtime big leaguer, World Series champion. Manager of the Brewers, manager of the Cubs.
Played for the Brewers as well his last few seasons. He was on that 2001 Diamondbacks team that won the World Series.
That's right. He was also on the Marlins when they won the World Series. Two-time World Series champion.
So Council, who started at Minnesota, is now in his first season at Kansas. Yep, so he was a part of some pretty neat moments over the years in his career. Spent 9 seasons as the Brewers manager. He's been the skipper for the Cubs the last 2 seasons.
Tremendous, tremendous career. Actually coached against him in college. I was at the University of Virginia as the head assistant. He was an infielder for Notre Dame for Pat Murphy, the current manager of the Brewers. And guess who his teammate was on that team?
It's our main man in the studio.
Mike Rooney.
That's right.
That's correct.
Payoff, runners on the move. Council drills it deep to center. Gillen's got enough room. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And Creighton protects the 1-run lead. We're done with 3.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalashvili, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison!
I will be champion.
Second inning right here, McLean hits an absolute mammo. 456 feet out of the facility. And then Barth, a 2-run jack on a hanging slider into the sun. Left field. And we're 3-2 right here, top of the 4th.
Disappearing into that shining sky. It's been a beautiful weekend, by the way. So a very entertaining start to this second game. We're done with 3 innings. Creighton back at the plate the top half of the 4th. So the Blue Jays scored first, then Kansas pulled in front. Creighton pulled back ahead in the 3rd inning. Dominic Vagley facing McLean. And he smacks this in the air near the wall. A leap. Oh. Barth at the wall. That is the second catch he has made. This one a little less dramatic than the first. But he takes one away at the wall again, and McLean is chuckling.
That's inches away from a home run. 341.1 feet. Take a look. I'm not sure that's getting out. It's probably hitting the yellow line, but the facility just had enough room to contain it.
Whoa. You know, it's 320 down either line. Okay, 320, the left field and right field foul poles. And McLean, who again went yard.
Look at that.
A couple of innings ago, is chuckling. You think some of his teammates give him a little hard time there?
It's like hit the weight room.
Yep.
Looks like he has been pretty jacked.
That Barth catch, that was impressive. It was kind of a pedestrian effort compared to him robbing the home run a couple of innings ago.
Well, think about it. They both have the home runs in this game. They just, they want to stay even. Barth's like, you're not hitting another one here until I do.
So that was Kyle Hess back in the 3rd inning who Barth robbed the homer from. That one legitimately would have left the yard. So 2-1 pitch on the way to Teddy Dieters. Swings and misses. 94 that time from Vagley. So what do you need to see from Vagley here just to get back on track after giving up 2 runs in the 3rd?
I want the ball down in the strike zone, and I want to pitch on what's called the L. I want the L is like a line drawn close to your body, then down and away. right there.
Yeah, foul tipped into the mitt, 2 gone.
Exactly. So what happens is that's a well-executed pitch. There's this capital L. Draw the line on your body and then draw it down and away right there. That's execution. He's been outside that L. And you can watch a catcher. When they move their glove kind of into the middle of the plate and it's a lack of execution, that's outside the L, and that's how you get hammered. You pitch on that L with anything, you're pretty much okay. Anything.
You're outside the L, you might take an L.
There you go.
At some point.
Very well said.
This is Kyle Hess again. Really fine 2 seasons for Vagley. And some pitchers, some players come in and they've got that it factor right from the jump. Hess gets underneath it, but way foul into the seats.
That pitch,
yeah,
I was going to say that pitch right there was on the L. Close to the body, hard to keep fair. If you keep it fair, sometimes you'll jam yourself. What does he do? He pulls it foul over the stadium because it's so close to his body. To barrel that, you got to pull it foul. It's hard to hit. It's hard to keep fair.
Comes on with the 1-1. It's a little tight. Vagley was the freshman All-American a season ago. You mentioned it, Bobby, 2 years ago, drafted by the Diamondbacks out of high school.
Watch this pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit down. Boy, that was a good-looking pitch right there, though. 86-mile-an-hour slider.
It's good on Hess to lay off. He's out ahead of that one again, so Vagley's a strike away.
And he's doing a better job of throwing in and throwing down. You look at that breaking ball, he missed down. That's pitching. I know the modern game, you want to throw up a lot, but down is still important in baseball.
2-2. It's a little tight, and it hits Hess.
Ouch.
Yeah, really in some major discomfort here after getting hit on the hand.
Those are the kind right there. The technique on that, if you can, is to roll with the pitch, and then it'll get the big part of your body, hit you maybe in the side of the arm or your back or your bottom, your hamstring, something like that. You keep your hands out of the way. And unfortunately, didn't have a chance to turn quick enough. And his hand is not feeling too good right now. So right here, you want to try to turn. He was in a swing already. The pitcher's looking pretty good to him right out of the hand, and it just was too late. Couldn't get his hands out of the way. Yeah, those hurt.
Yeah, it's painful.
At 94 on your hands doesn't tickle. Now those early games in the Midwest at both of these schools, with the ball like that when it's about 30 degrees, 35. Oh, been there, man. Growing up in the Chicago area, playing with the blizzards coming down at the same time and getting hit by one of those, not fun.
Foul ball, no batting gloves. Yeah, it's. And so you see Hess is just shaking it out right now, stretching that left wrist. So the Blue Jays have a 2-out base runner. Dakota Duffalo, number 9 hitter, smokes that back up the box. Couple of runners on now with 2 outs. Tate Gillen coming back up, the leadoff man.
Nice approach through the middle of the field. 105 off the barrel. That HBP may have opened the door for something right here with Creighton Blue Jays.
Here's the 2-year starter. Tate Gillen, 4th year with the program. The veteran is trying to do a little 2-out damage. Takes the fastball high and away. 2 40-win programs in the regular season. 2 really quality seasons. We thought this was going to be a pretty darn compelling game between these two this weekend. Throw back to the second base bag. And the runner gets back in time. The winner of this one faces Arkansas. That game tomorrow, 9 Eastern. So Vagley is falling behind the Creighton leadoff hitter. Vagley walked a couple of hitters in the third. And then he just hit Hess a couple of batters ago. Gillen's 2 for 2, by the way. And he hammers that foul.
Good looking swing right there. Just didn't get through it. Just a little bit behind.
Pay heed on the back of the jersey. That's a good one. Allen Fieldhouse.
Love it.
Pay heed, BMO. That's the sign, of course, in Allen Fieldhouse to all those that enter. 4 hours from Lawrence, Kansas.
Coach Fitzgerald was telling us to come to a basketball game next winter. Got to get up there.
Yeah, it is one of the best home court advantages in all of basketball. 2-2. Oh, everybody in that Kansas dugout thought it had enough for the outside edge. You heard the collective.
I think that was a little bit off the plate. Yes. He brought it back. Yeah, that ball was definitely a little bit off.
Well, it sets up the payoff. High and away, and now the bases are loaded again for Creighton, just like in the third.
Baseball is all about 2-strike hitting and 2-out hitting. If you want a big inning, usually it happens with 2 outs or 2-strike execution offensively.
You know, this middle portion of the order, or kind of 2 through 5 in the Creighton order, can be very destructive. And so here's the 2-hitter. That's Matt Sherman. Sherman strikes that foul.
This is a great matchup. Sherman, 386 with runners in scoring position this year. In the last 2 weeks, hitting 321.
So Vagley's a strike away now. Base is loaded for the Blue Jays. Big opportunity after it just pulled in front in the third. 0-2. Falls in for a cold third strike, inning over. So Vagley strands the bases loaded. Kansas back to work at the plate next.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
bouncing around from site to site right here on Squeeze Play Live. If there are home runs or big plays, you will not miss.
Let's lose our minds.
Well, that's one way to get the party started.
That's a bad flip. Get used to that this weekend. Now. This is your one-stop shop for everything Road to Omaha.
All the action from all over the country this regional weekend is Squeeze Play, and maybe they're going to be re-airing this one. A no-doubt leadoff homer to start the fourth. Derek Serta ties it up at 3.
The ball got out of here in a hurry. 97 off the barrel. First pitch blast. Big knock to tie it up.
10th homer of the season for number 10.
Watch this pitch right here. Up in the zone, fastball out over the plate. We talked about that L. It's down and away, not middle up. He knew what to do with it. Got out of here in a hurry, didn't it, Fitzy?
Absolute blast. Second time that Kansas has taken Cancelleri deep. Michael Brooks bats, and the count's 2-0. Now, Brooks was the batter that Cancelleri walked with 2 outs in that second inning. That's what opened the door for the Tommy Barth homer. And so another favorable count now for Brooks. And so Cancelleri has got to tighten up. It's a 3-3 game in the bottom of the 4th. Winner faces Arkansas tomorrow.
This is a battle right here. Blows back and forth. One team goes up, the other one comes right back. Gotta love it.
Strength in numbers. Bouncing ball left side, and it's a base hit for Brooks. Busy day for Tommy Barth.
Playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
No question.
Robbed a home run at the left field wall, and he smashed a 2-run homer last time up. And Billy Mole, he's the pitching coach for Creighton. He'll go remind Cancelleri of that.
That was a hanging slider. A cement mixer up in the strike zone. Barth hammered it to the pull side in the air with backspin.
So let's update the tally for this Kansas team that nearly won the Big 12. Let's see, 102 home runs now this season, which led the Big 12, and it broke the school record single season mark for homers. It was such a prolific season. They broke the school record a month and a half ago. They did it in early April. They set this single season record. That's how strong of a year it was. And so every season since Dan Fitzgerald took over, he and his staff, this program has gotten better and better and better. You can see the win total increasing every year, and their Big 12 finish improving every season. That second place finish this year is their best conference finish in 32 years.
That's great recruiting and then player development. They've done a great job in those areas. And slug wins at the college level. You earn slug offensively, you prevent slug defensively. That wins at a high level. And that man right there knows that.
And we'll talk to the third-year boss after this half inning. Two-one is drilled This one's got some carry to it. Out to deep right center. Gillen makes the catch up against the wall. That chases Brooks back to the bag. Gillen covering a lot of ground in center to make the catch.
We're seeing athletic plays all over the place in the outfield. He had to run at least 120 feet to catch that baseball. Watch it right here. He's got the wall to worry about. Boom. Right into that padding. And coach thought that was out, was praying for a little legs. Just didn't happen.
Well, you saw him eyeballing it. He was checking to see if it had enough. This is Sawyer Smith.
You saw his sons right next to him. They were really wanting that to go out.
That's right.
For the Jayhawks.
He's got 3 young boys, 2 of them, of course, traveling with him this week. They put him to work.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Oh, yeah. Full uni, too, by the way. Full uni. Swagged out. Love it. Look at that. Good-looking family right there.
Coach going with the old school highs, pull the socks up.
It.
Yep.
Comfortable.
Too well.
The knickers.
It's a little tight.
Oh, yeah. With the socks.
You guys go stirrups?
Yeah, stirrups
at
stirrups
Georgia Tech?
We had
Wake
stirrups
Forest?
in college for my Hall of Fame coach I played for.
Yep.
It's a pain. They always go down. You got to tape them up.
So it's not worth the hassle.
No, just wear some blue socks.
It's good look, but not worth the hassle.
Wear some blue socks and let's go play. So much more comfortable. Some stance socks right there. I guarantee that's what he's wearing. Could be Adidas. They're at Adidas school.
2-2 pitch coming to Smith.
Oh.
Inside corner, a called third strike, and there's 2 gone.
That's a big-time pitch. Fastball in on the L. Four-seamer at 89 miles an hour, well executed. Watch it right here. Tight to the body, right on the black.
Both of these pitchers have made some mistakes, yes, in the early innings, but they have battled back. They have been able to move on from some of the mistake pitches very quickly. Cancelleri and Vagley.
Yeah, they really compete. Resilient athletes on the mound.
This is Ian Francis.
That's what Friday night guys do.
Yes.
That's what aces are there for. They want, you need those guys that go deep in the game no matter what happens. It gives you a chance on the weekend.
Cancelleri, pitcher of the year in the Big East. Vagley was the freshman All-American last year. So it's the Dominic on Dominic battle.
Yeah.
Battle of the Doms.
How about that?
Again, the winner of this one faces Arkansas tomorrow. Pivotal to win this first game. Not to get too greedy, but you win the first 2, you've got a massive upper hand. 2-0, that one is lined out to deep right. Chases Dieter's back, but he's got enough yard. And so after giving up the homer and the base hit, Cancelleri retires the next 3 he sees. We're knotted up after 4.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
But we have some important news first. I can't wait. You're Big 12 Coach of the Year. Congratulations.
The Big 12 Coach of the Year, Dan Fitzgerald, now with us. Coach, we just rolled the footage, your sons announcing that news. Let's just hone in on that. 43 wins back in this tournament. Coach of the What has this season meant to you and this team?
Oh, it's been really special. This is a really awesome group of guys, and they've been bought in since day one, and they've enjoyed it more than anyone, and that was one of the things we've talked about this whole time, that what an honor and privilege it is to be a Jayhawk and to really just enjoy this time together, and they've done it since August, and really special crew.
Dan, you've done a great job turning this program around quickly. You've got a great reputation of recruiting great people into your organizations in every step of the way in your career. Let's talk about your starter tonight. What do you got on his competitiveness, these blows back and forth, and the resiliency there?
Yeah, Dom's really tough, and you know, he's been really good since the second he stepped on campus, and just a real competitor, doesn't get rattled, you know, is able to pitch through adversity, and you know, has 4 pitches, and sometimes all 4 are working, and he's, you know, unhittable, and then other times he's got to adjust on the fly. But he's such an athlete and such a worker and such a great teammate that it usually ends up pretty good. He's a special one.
Yeah, and your defense in the outfield and left field, Barth taking away a home run, and then the blows back and forth offensively. What do you got from here on out from an offensive approach?
Well, we've got to keep driving the ball. I mean, we've hammered a couple. I thought Tommy got that one, and obviously their center fielder made a heck of a play, and Ian just missed that one to right there. So we're getting good swings off. We just got to stay at it, you know. You keep hitting the rock until it breaks. You never know when it's going to break, but if you stay at it, you know, long enough, you usually break through.
Love that.
Love that. He is the Big 12 Coach of the Year and former pond hockey star from your time back up in Minnesota. Coach, we appreciate you doing this.
Thanks, guys. Rock Chalk.
The legend does live on.
You're funny. Rock Chalk.
We were joking with Coach the other day. He says he's still in the offseason, heads over to Kansas City, playing the recreational league. He's on the ice all the time. Here's some potential extra bases here for Creighton. Nolan Sailors might get 3 out of this after it was fumbled in right center. So it's a leadoff triple. If they score it that way for Creighton, they got a runner 90 feet away now to start the 5th.
This heater came in at 95 miles per hour and left the barrel at 103. Hammered into the gap. That's a low line drive that made it to the warning track, almost to the fence, kind of fumbled around there. That's going to be an error probably for the extra 90. That's a big, big leadoff hit.
And so they'll score it as of right now. Leadoff triple, and you see Sailors trying to ignite the dugout. Now it's Ben North. Takes that one for a strike. We have seen it over the course of the first few innings. These really terrific Friday night starters, how they have bounced back. They each have given up some runs here in the early innings. So what does Vagley do? He's gotten ahead of North now. Quickly 0-2 after the 95 mile per hour heat.
Vagley at almost 75 pitches right here. This next pitch will be 75.
Oh, good breaking pitch in the dirt, and North frustrated that he could not lay off.
Wow, that's an extreme chase right there. This ball's in the left-handed batter's box. 86 with almost 3,000 RPM spin. That ball just disappears. Quality breaking ball and an extreme chase.
Wow. Yeah, frustrating sequence there if you're North. That's a big out. Connor Capisi, first pitch swinging, tips that back to the backstop. Big East Tournament most outstanding player. He was massive. Was 7 of 12 at the plate last week in the 3 wins. He knocked in 6 runs.
He's been hot. No question about that.
Vaguely that time goes upstairs with the heat. Counts 0-2.
That ball exploded. Ride and run up and in on that L. That L close to your body. Hard to hit up there for sure. Looks juicy and then it just takes off.
back and forth game. We're now into the middle innings, even at 3. Just a critical opening round battle between two 40-plus win teams. Who's going to face Arkansas tomorrow? Swing and a miss. That one's in the dirt. And Francis fires down to first to complete the strikeout.
Wow, that's real stuff right there. 86-mile-per-hour slider with true depth right there. Horizontal break was 12 inches. The induced vertical break almost 5 inches. That's a power breaking ball from an ace in the Big 12. Getting out a great hitter in Pierce. 520 in the last 2 weeks. 520 in the last 2 weeks, and just struck out with a man on third base.
So Vagley gives up the leadoff triple. Punches back by striking out the 4 and 5 hitters. Here's Will McLean, who took him deep back in the second. And it was a titanic blast over the right field wall. First pitch swings around the outside corner. The sophomore from just south of St. Louis, trying to strand a potential go-ahead run at third.
Baseball's all about this. 2-out knocks, especially with men in scoring position. Prevent them or get them on the offensive side.
Swing and a miss. Came upstairs with the fastball again.
Really going to another level right here. 95 up, 86-mile-per-hour sliders down. Next level.
Impressive stuff this inning after allowing the triple. And the full arsenal of pitches, too.
He's really feeling it.
Kansas trying to get out of it. 2-2. That one's blocked by Francis.
It's that same breaking ball that the right-hand hitters chased down. McLean getting a better look at that. Good take with 2 strikes.
Popped up. Kansas is going to get out of this. After the leadoff triple, Vagley retires the next 3. We're still even at 3. Halfway through, we'll talk to Ed Service next.
Ooh, look at those pork chops. With Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning? Yes, please. Ranch seasoned, savory, and sizzling. Hidden Valley Ranch, only serious about flavor.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals, presented by Capital One. Even at 3, halfway through. It's been an entertaining back and forth battle thus far. So before we start the home half of the 5th inning, we say hello to 22-year boss in Omaha. That's Ed Service. Coach, thanks for taking a moment to do this. How would you describe this run in the Big East tournament last week to the NCAA tournament this year with this veteran group? What's this experience been like getting to this point?
Well, it's been great. You know, the kids have played well. It's a very close-knit group, so they've dealt with some adversity like we're seeing tonight. Every baseball game's got some adversity, and the ones that can handle it, the ones that can work through it are the ones that are going to be successful, and that's what we've been on the last 2 or 3 weeks. We played really good, and we're playing pretty good tonight. I'd just like to see us have better swings with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, I saw some chases right there. That's uncharacteristic for your guys. There's a power breaking ball down. What's the approach the rest of the night off Vagley?
Well, we've got to make sure he throws strikes. You know, he's not as sharp as we thought he would be coming in. You know, he's given us some opportunities. He's walked some guys. He's hit a batter. And when we get base runners in this kind of atmosphere, in this kind of environment, you got to score those runs. You know, we got a guy in third base with nobody out. All you got, and their infield's playing back. All you got to do is put the ball in play. With Nolan Sailors at third, you're going to score. So that was disappointing, but we'll see what Ian Koosman can do here now in the bottom half here. Coach,
you've had an unbelievable career in college baseball. Describe your passion for the game.
Well, I'm lucky, you know. I found something that I really enjoy. It hasn't been a work. You know, I haven't had to feel like I had to go to work every day. That's one thing my father told me. My father didn't know a lot about baseball. He was a fan, but he didn't know a lot. But he said, hey, Ed, find something that you're passionate about. I was able to do that.
Love it. Love it.
Coach, congrats on a heck of a career. One last ride. We know how special winning that Big East tournament was last week with your whole family there. Yeah. So good luck the rest of this tournament. We appreciate you taking some time.
Thanks, guys.
And so
good luck,
Coach makes the pitching change here. Okay, Dom Cancelleri, the starter, out. Ian Koosman. By the way, great uncle, Jerry Koosman, pitched for the Mets, Miracle Mets, 1969. He is now on the mound with one out. Was able to retire Brady Ballinger. So what do you got on the junior from Minnesota?
About 3.5 walks per 9, strike thrower, lots of fastball usage, lots of fastball. One of their top relievers. They trust his fastball. Look for the fastball to be used a lot. The gun's going to say 86 to 89, but it plays harder than that, into the low 90s. That's the look that the hitters are going to get.
Rosario gets underneath this one. And there's 2 quick outs for Koosman.
That's a perfect example right there. It's an 87-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone, and it plays 92, 93. It's got good spin. It rides, and it's tough to get on top of.
Dom Cancelleri, boy, he got shot out of a cannon to start this one. Retired the first 5 hitters. Bobby, 3 of those strikeouts. He wound up striking out 5 hitters, but gave up a couple of homers. Here's a liner. Right to Sailors. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Ian Koosman. Still scoreless after 5.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
I feel that I have finally built something that I feel proud of. I feel that it was worth my money, and I know it's going to last for a long time.
Trex, America's most trusted outdoor decking.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
We are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity.
Oh, my.
Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+.
Dominic Vagley taking his game to the next level. This fastball up to 97 miles per hour, and then the breaking ball, chase pitch down in the strike zone. That last pitch of the last inning was 97 on TrackMan.
And that was one of, if not the fastest pitch that he has thrown today. So he dialed it up a notch there in the 5th inning, Bobby, after he allowed the leadoff homer. Or the leadoff triple, pardon me, I should say. So 7, 8, 9 due up for the Blue Jays in the top half of the 6th inning.
And it was against the middle of their lineup, their top guys. And he went next level and got out of the inning.
He made him look foolish, to your point. This is Teddy Dieters now, who leads off. And you heard Ed Service mention it. We're now past the halfway point in this game. It's a 3-3 score. Creighton left a runner at 3rd in the 5th. They left the bases loaded in the 4th. 1-0 runs high and in. That was 95 that time from Vagley. They also left some runners on in the 3rd. You see 6 runners left on base today, and all that in the last 3 innings. Vagley, though, has fallen behind Dieters here. And, you know, these first few innings, it has very much featured a competitive pitching battle. We'll see what Kuzman does as Vagley's counterpart the rest of the way here. So that's a 4-pitch walk to start the 6th.
Yeah.
So while we got a moment, let's remind you, ESPN is home to the NCAA College Baseball Regionals for around-the-clock multi-game coverage. Scan the QR code below. If you do that, it's going to take you to squeeze play. We might have quad boxes, octo boxes, you never know. Again,
can't get enough baseball.
Kind of red zone style coverage of this regional weekend round. The folks in the studio up in Bristol do a wonderful job showing you the most impactful moments. So the biggest games around the weekend. We have seen a number of eyebrow-raising final scores here in the first day, as is typically the case. First pitch this time to Kyle Hess, misses low.
Keep an eye on this leadoff walk. A lot of times when you see these walks to start innings after getting out of a jam, you know you really had to spend a lot of energy. It's big inning potential.
Kyle Hess, remember, was hit on the hand his last time up. It's a sight that has been all too familiar, by the way, for him and his Creighton teammates. He's been hit now 24 times. That's 24 hit by pitches this year.
Wow. He's a magnet, ball magnet.
On base percentage was 2nd best in the league. Bunts it over to the 3rd baseman. Brady Counsell that time. Throws him out. But he does move the runner into scoring position. So this is a 4th straight inning. Creighton has got a man in scoring position in a 3-3 game.
Coach Service trying to retake the lead in this one. A little small ball.
Which is how they have won a lot of games at their home ballpark, as you know.
Oh, yeah, that
big
place
yard.
big.
Yep.
Plays
Site
big.
of the College World Series. So sometimes you got to be creative to get runs home when you need them. 1-0 is on the way to Dakota Duffalo.
Duffalo, a .219 hitter with runners in scoring position this season. But the last 2 weeks hitting .333.
Swing, that's a line drive, falling into right, it's a base hit. Dieters had to freeze. Throw goes to the plate, and so that allows Duffalo to get to 2nd.
Outstanding read right there on a high throw. Really good swing to the backside. Watch this throw. Misses the cutoff. And I like a deeper cut right there. If you see where the first baseman is, he's in the dirt still. You want to be in the grass about 60 feet from home plate, and you'll never miss that cut. Try to think, see where he's way out there. Bellinger is way out in the dirt. Got to be deeper toward home plate, and that ball gets cut.
Vaguely going from the windup here. Gillen, first pitch swinging, bounces it into left. One run is in. Bart's throw is late. Two-run single. And Gillen puts the visitors back in front in the sixth.
Beautiful approach with runners in scoring position to the backside. That's where the RBIs live, through the middle to the backside. Watch the approach. It's 95 away, doesn't try to pull it. And that's where the RBIs live, to the backside. Great baseball, great base running to get in the scoring position on the errant throw. Take the extra 90, 2 more runs for Creighton.
So after they left 6 runners on base the prior 3 innings, they get some men on base and they score them. Tate Gillen, now 3 for 3 at the plate. And he knocks in 2 pivotal ones. Matt Sherman, line drive, base hit. So they're dialed in right now. That is 3 consecutive base hits. And Nolan Sailors, their most productive hitter, is coming up.
And what did we mention? The leadoff walk, after a lot of energy expended the inning before, dialed it up to 97, went back in the dugout, then a 4-pitch walk. You know, that's the big inning potential. It's like this. You're in the weight room and you're maxing out. You're at your 14th rep, your 15th rep or something like that. Then you go sit down, you're all juiced up, and then you try to go back out. Sometimes you can't get back to that energy level.
Kansas going to the bullpen. Creighton scores 2. It's 5-3 in the 6th. Pushing into the deeper innings now. Sunset in the background there at Baum Walker Stadium. Bryce on the handheld camera getting a nice shot there. Well done. So Creighton has just scored 2 runs after Tate Gillen's 2-run single. And so they have snapped the 3-3 tie. Bobby, this game is now completely different. Kansas going to the bullpen with just 1 out in the 6th.
Manning West, this is Kansas' go-to guy right here. Their stopper in the middle of the game. You're going to see a depth slider, a lot of depth, a lot of tilt on that pitch. Was a starter. They moved him to the pen. It's really elevated his game. True 4-pitch mix, but his #1 secondary pitch is a cutter. Has a little slide to it when he gets around it too much. This is a real dude.
24 appearances now.
Yes.
2 runners on and 1 out. Creighton with 2 runs home in the top half of the 6th inning. The Big East champs back in the tournament for the first time since 2019. And they've got a lead in game 1. 1-0, that is ripped into the netting. This is Nolan Sailors, by the way, the number 3 hitter and the most feared bat in the lineup.
He's got a great approach at the plate. Always thinks left center. When we were talking to him the other day, always left center. Doesn't mean he can't pull it. Stays on the baseball and hits for a high average.
.393 batting average. You would think batting champ of the Big East. Wound up finishing rather second in the league in hitting. West now has fallen behind Sailors, 3 balls and a strike, who tripled his last time up. 200 career starts at Creighton, 3rd most in program history, and he is a true senior. Swing, liner, this has got eyes for the gap. It is down, going all the way to the wall. Gillen scores, Sherman gets the wave, no throw to the plate. Sailors delivers, and he doubles the Creighton lead.
And delivers on West's best pitch. It was that cutter at 86 miles per hour. Spread it at like 2,600 RPM. See it right here. And it goes right into Sailor's bat with some depth. He drives it into the gap, clearing the bases.
th double of the season for Sailors. Has really broken this one open, and the Blue Jays are in front 7-3. Now it's Ben North. Again, you can't let up. Here's your cleanup hitter.
Have to go back to that 4-pitch leadoff walk. We talked about it. It's big inning potential right there. That was the sign that Vagley was kind of on the doorstep of maybe being hit around a little bit, right? 4-pitch leadoff walk. That's big inning potential. And then you got to give credit to Creighton cashing in finally.
Surprising, too, after Vagley looked in the 5th inning. I mean, he looked fantastic. That pitch is in the dirt. A waste one there from Manning West.
Yeah, in the 5th inning, 95-97 with an 86-mile-an-hour chase breaking ball. Big strikeouts.
He allowed the triple to Sailors, then retired the next 3 in order. So he's feeling good coming out there for the 6th. But things have fallen apart. Count evens now. That pitch is up in the zone. And so that's why Dan Fitzgerald turned to Manning West. He has been an excellent long relief right-hander from Winder, Georgia. Swing and a hard bouncer. This is over to the left side, and it's booted by Smith. So the inning continues. First error of the evening.
Looks like Smith just set up a little bit early on that. Didn't keep his feet moving. Was a little bit on the right side of that baseball. You want to be off the left eye or the left side. Kind of handcuffed himself. And if you're Kansas right here, you're still 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam.
Connor Capisi. The catcher takes that one tight. So an inning ago, we got the headset on Ed Service, the head coach. He was bemoaning the fact that, boy, we've got to score with runners on. They failed to do that for a few innings. They're getting it done here. Throw down to first, and it was just behind Ben North, who had an aggressive secondary lead. And Ballinger is looking towards the dugout.
He wants a second look at this.
Did the hand come off?
Kansas is challenging the safe call at first base. Previous play is under review.
Right here. I don't know. think he's in there.
Boy, from that angle, I don't.
Yeah, it looks like
doesn't look as if Ballinger even caught a piece of the arm. Maybe just barely, but Ballinger pretty quickly looked into the dugout.
Right.
Started shaking his head at Dan Fitzgerald, indicating, go ahead, coach. Challenge this one.
This could be a good look right here. Yeah, he's going to stay safe right here for sure.
Does the hand come off the base at any point here? That may be the only case for Kansas. Well, is it just short of the base?
I don't see anything there to change this call.
That's the key. It's got to be definitive, Bobby. Do we have something definitive there that suggests
no,
they tagged North before he got back? I'm with you. It is really, really close, but we have to have some sort of angle that shows something 100% definitive that we can overturn the safe call.
After review, the runner is safe. Call is confirmed. Kansas has one challenge remaining.
Yeah, so that's the side effect. That's the bad news there. You lose a challenge. But perhaps, I don't know, worth a shot, I guess, for a Kansas team. They're begging for outs here in this 6th inning. 5 straight Creighton hitters have all reached base. They have not been retired, you can put it that way. Capisi waiting on a 2-0. Swings, clobbers it. If it's fair.
Foul
ball. Very close down the line.
The ball had a lot of hook on it. I thought when it left the bat, it had no chance of being a foul ball. And it just kept hooking and hooking and hooking, and boy, barely foul. Inches. Fitzy Capisi.
Very close there, partner. Wow.
520 in the last 2 weeks. 433 with runners in scoring position, hitting almost 370 on the season.
Look what Creighton has done in this inning with runners in scoring position. 2-1 pitch is down and away. Sailors at third. North is at first. Jason Harstick clearing something up here before we'll get going again.
Look for North to run right here, get some movement. 14 stolen bases on the season.
Runner breaks from first, swing, and there's a pop-up. That's going down the line. Ballinger near the tarp. He's got no angle. That falls out of the seats, so the count does go full. This has been a very action-packed top half of the 6th inning that has favored Creighton. 4 runs have scored, and so it now has a pretty commanding 4-run lead in this very important opening round game. The winner faces Arkansas. At that point, you're 1 win away from going to the regional final, where you would have a major upper hand in this double elimination regional round of the NCAA tournament.
Big pitch right here, 3-2, 1 out, probably motion on the bases. Stay out of the double play.
Runner goes again. That's flipped foul.
See, in these 3-ball counts, you're in kind of a win-win right here. Either steal the base, you can get a walk. If it's a strikeout, possibly steal the base and still stay out of the double play. That's why action is so important.
Runner on the move, 3-2. That is drilled deep out to left. Long run for Barth, and he makes the catch. Flips it to his center fielder. Plenty of time for the runner to tag and score. 8-3. Creighton has plated 5 runs in the 6th.
Good 2-strike hitting there. Collecting an RBI. That was a missile, 100 miles an hour off the bat.
A lot of well-struck balls here by Creighton in this 6th inning.
Crushed.
Yep.
Good approaches. Good base running.
I mean, everybody has put it into
toughness.
play. Yeah, every hitter now. This is the 9th hitter at the plate, Will McLean. You can see the difference in the production.
Yeah, 1 for 7 and 3 for 4. With quality barrels, hitting the ball hard. They're not getting fooled up there at all, and getting themselves into good counts. When you think about that inning where Vegley got out of the inning, the Creighton hitters were chasing. Coach Service on the mic said he wanted to have his hitters do a better job in the strike zone, and they are.
And it's a complete 180 here in this 6th inning. When he was at the plate back in the 2nd, his first at-bat, look at this absolute blast.
Oh my.
Not just over the right field wall, not just into the seats up top there, over the entire structure out there in right. How far was it?
456.
456.
456.
And so, well, okay, officially 455.
It was 455 point, like whatever, but yeah, okay, 455.
We needed
that ball smoked.
maybe 5% more of humidity with the extra foot.
That's Mickey Mantle distance right there.
I haven't seen one hit that far this year. 2-1, and he drills it, this time down the right field line. McLean locked in today. He's got extra bases. Hauge up with it. The relay coming home. The runner slides it safe. McLean delivers again.
This is a hanging slider above McLean's belt, almost at the letters right here. Watch it. That ball's way up and in. McLean gets on top of it and smokes it at 111 into the corner. And North had no problem scoring there from first base. Wow, he's a strong human.
Bobby, it is a 6-run top half of the 6th inning now for the Blue Jays. The Big East champs have batted around. This is Teddy Dieters.
And how did that start? Oh, look, those guys are sitting down now.
Some sour faces for the most vocal Kansas section.
Got to keep the juice. Let's go. It's baseball.
Mojo's in the other dugout now.
Again, it all started with a 4-pitch.
Yep, leadoff walk.
Exactly. That's how it works in baseball. Can't defend it.
The only 2 hitters that have been retired in the 6th inning, they were sacrifice outs. A sacrifice bunt and then a sacrifice fly. And now there's some action in the bullpen.
And remember, this is their guy in the pen.
Drilled right center field. Dieters, he's got extra bases. Another run is coming home. Back-to-back doubles for the Blue Jays. They have busted it wide open in the 6th.
Another breaking ball. We talked about that pitch being his pitch, an elite pitch for West. And the Creighton hitters with a next level approach, driving the ball into the right center gap. And they're finding the wall frequently in this inning.
An offensive explosion for the Blue Jays. And they chase Manning West 10-3 to score. It's time to tell you about our Capital One rewarding performance. A 6th inning explosion for the Blue Jays. It started with Tate Gillen, who, by the way, is now 3 for 3. He knocked in a couple of runs with a base hit in this 6th inning. And then later on, it was his senior teammate, Nolan Sailors, the Omaha man, who not only tripled, but knocked in a pair of runs with that big base hit earlier in this 6th inning. So Gillen, by the way, is expected perhaps to hit for a second time this inning. You can see what Gillen and Sailors have done. Look, the rest of the team's 7 out of 21. That's pretty good. Gillen and Sailors, 5 out of 6 combined.
Yeah, they've been centering the ball at a high level, hitting the ball through the middle of the field to the gaps. One ball pulled 111 down the line. That was smoked. But most of these balls have been in the middle of the field, gap to gap, and driven and driven.
So 6 hits, for Creighton in this 6th inning. They have ignited for 7 runs. It was 3-3 when we started this frame. And you can see what Creighton, its issue in the early innings was leaving runners on base. They were 1 of 7 with runners in scoring position and had left runners on in each of the prior 3 innings.
Yeah, something's going on here.
That's Derek Serta. That's Kansas's center fielder, who's now getting escorted back to the dugout by Dan Fitzgerald, and then Jeff Roberts is the trainer. So,
not sure if that happened on the last play or.
Yeah, Dan Fitzgerald signaling that he's going to need a new center fielder here. So this has turned into a really dubious top of the 6th here for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, this inning is never ending, spiraling out of control here for Kansas.
Mike Kazuski replaces Serta, and it looks like he is now going to move. Yeah, so Kazuski's going to go to left field. So they're working on Serta. And so there is a lot going on for Kansas. It's looking for somehow to get this final out. So Malachi Vitak. First pitch misses into Kyle Hess.
Yeah, throws a lot of sliders. Almost 60% of his usage will be a slider. Plus sinker slider guy. 88 to 91. One of their top guys out of the pen.
That hits Hess. It gets hit again. 25 times this year now. And you got a pair of Blue Jays on.
That guy's a magnet, ball magnet. Take 90s any way you can get them. I mean, it's the same as a hit right there. That's a single in the books for me.
So this is going to be the 12th hitter to the plate in this 6th inning for Creighton.
Wow.
Yeah, officially, this is officially the biggest inning we've seen today in our 2 games. Vitak, the Omaha native.
Yeah, there's that good slider we just mentioned. He's got a good one. One of their top pen guys, throws it almost 60% of the time. The only issue has been some walks. The command has to be there with really good stuff, though. He's averaging 6.17 walks per 9. Yet the standard is 3. He's about double that. The Jayhawks are 1 pitch away, getting out of this finally.
7 runs are in for the Blue Jays in this critically important opening round game. Off the end of the bat, Ballinger has got enough space. Inning is over, but the damage is done. Creighton scores 7 and blows this one open halfway through the 6th. Bobby, this says it all, doesn't it? This regional round double elimination format. So you can lose a game, the second one gets you knocked out of the tournament. 93%
wow.
of the teams that advance to the Supers, they win their first game. It is vital.
Huge. Huge, huge bonus to win that first game in a regional.
It's 2.5 decades of data there, so that's a pretty big sample size. So Kansas is now in a big hole. Bobby, top of the 6th. Creighton scores 7. So it's got to find a way to get back into this one now. 4-5 at 6-2 up. This is Brady Council. And Kansas back at the plate after a really lengthy top half of the 6th inning that featured not 1 but 2 pitching changes for Kansas.
And what you do if you're Kansas, you just want to chip away. You want base runners, get guys on, cut the lead maybe in half, something like that if you can.
2-1 is hammered. This is deep to left. Back goes Sailors, and he's got enough room at the track. Boy, we have seen a number of hitters smash one over the wall. And we've seen 3 homers in this game, and we have seen a bevy of others go to the warning track.
Yeah, he hit that off the end just a little bit, off the end of the bat. 94, kind of off the end, just didn't carry for Council.
Ian Kuzmin, it's his second inning of work. He went 1, 2, 3 in that 5th inning. And he starts.
Nice changeup right there.
Starts Mike Kozuski off with a strike.
A lot of movement. Good change of speed on 0-0.
Remember, this is the first at-bat for Kozuski. He just replaced Derek Serta in the outfield in the top half of this inning. Kuzmin, 0-2, misses high. The junior from Wilmar, Minnesota, led Creighton in wins and strikeouts this season, nearly 3-to-1 strikeout to walk rate. And that one is lined into right, a base hit for Kozuski. There are, Bobby, a number of teams that are on upset watch right now. St. Mary's leads Oregon State, national seed 6-2 in the 7th. Murray State with the advantage over Ole Miss right now in the 6th. And Columbia, the Lions from Manhattan, 6-3 advantage over Southern Miss.
Wow. Wow, the Ivy League going all the way down to Southern Miss. Potential upset down there in Mississippi.
Oregon State, they are the number 8 national seed. So we know how coveted the top 8 seed is.
Home field advantage.
Yep.
If you win.
1-0 pitch to Michael Brooks, his line toward up in left center. A long run for Sailors, and he runs it down. 2 gone in the 6th. Just about every batter who has faced Kuzmin has put the ball into play and has hit it hard. Now he has dodged some bullets here. There's 2 outs in the 6th inning. Sometimes it's just about where you hit them.
The ball definitely is not carrying like it did earlier in the evening. That was hit 99 miles per hour off the barrel. It didn't even get to the warning track.
You see 4 of his outs are air outs. Tommy Barth back at the plate. He went yard in the 2nd. Hit a 2-run shot. Now that one put Kansas ahead 2-1 at the time. They later lost their lead, then tied it up in the 4th. They find themselves on the wrong end of the 10-3 score now in the 6th. Hard chop over to Ben North. Goes the easy way to 2nd. 2 scoreless for Kuzmin. Done with 6th, and Creighton is in command.
We see plenty of summer days in triple digits, and we knew that the Trex material was going to be a little cooler, but was shocked how much cooler it is.
Trex, the #1 performance-engineered decking and railing brand for your life outdoors.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew, what kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+.
Earlier today, Cam Kojal and the Hogs defeated North Dakota State 6-2. Kojal went on a rampage earlier today. 3 for 4 at the plate, knocked in a run, on every one of his hits. He was a triple shy of the cycle. And so Arkansas tomorrow at 8 local time, 9 Eastern, will play the winner of this one. Bobby Creighton with a 10-3 advantage now as we push into the 7th.
Looking for even more separation. 7 runs right now. Just got to keep the gas pedal down.
And so even when Arkansas is not around, not on the field, the Hawaiian flair this year, the Hawaiian lays, they're everywhere. Vahiva Aloy and the Hogs, they are watching and waiting to see who it will face. You got their development center is right beyond that right field wall. Beautiful facility. Creighton has not won the first game in this regional round since 2011. Now, ironically enough, they've reached the regional final the last 2 times they've been in the tournament. That was 2019 and 2012. So, listen, this is nothing new. Different iterations of Creighton teams. While they have never broken through to a super since we've been in this format, they routinely have played deep into the regional weekend. There is 1 out to start the 7th. Gillen is retired. It's Malachi Vitak still on the mound for the Jayhawks. There's Ed Service on the left, Dan Fitzgerald on the right. For Service, announced his retirement at the end of last season. He said 2025 is my last go-around. The La Crosse, Wisconsin native.
Huge Packers fan. Huge Packers fan right there. We were talking about that yesterday.
No practices on Sundays. Let's just
That's
put
right.
it that way in the
He's
fall.
That much into it. He's locked in.
You know, he was an assistant at Iowa State. This was back in the mid-90s. You know, that was his prior stop before he took an assistant job at Creighton. You know, his nephew is Scott Service. He's the manager of the Mariners for many years. He was very close with the prior Creighton coach, Jack Dahm. And so he was in search of adding someone to his coaching staff. Scott said, hey, you know, you got to call my brother up. Hired him a year later, spent several years as Jack Dahm's lead assistant, associate head coach, and after he moved on, took over back in 2003. He's been the head man for more than 2 decades now in Omaha. Beloved around that area. After a quick conversation there, the home plate umpire with Dan Fitzgerald, Matt Sherman goes down on strikes. So a good start to this inning for Malachi Vitak. 2 away.
Good power slider right there at 86 miles per hour with some depth. And a good hitter in Sherman Chasey. Getting back to Coach Service, that talk we had with him yesterday was very enjoyable. He talked about his first job at St. Mary's College. Made $1,000 a year. A whopping $1,000 a year.
So that would have been
back in the day.
Back in the mid-'80s.
Yes.
He goes, it was so far back in the day, I learned about the job at a newspaper. It's an advertisement for an assistant coaching job at a D3 school. He said, well, why not? Here's a big smash off of Sailors' bat. There it goes at the wall. Goodbye, Nolan Sailors. A brilliant day at the plate. Second Creighton homer.
That kid can hit. 101 off the barrel. Check this out, a 34.5 degree launch angle. That was an upper deck, majestic home run. Watch it right here. Look where the location is, up in the zone at the belt. And everybody knew it immediately.
Yeah, that is a pitch that he just makes Vitak pay there. And so, Bobby, he is now 3 of 4 at the plate, and he's driven in 4 runs. He's a double shy of the cycle. What a tournament debut for Nolan Sailors, the Omaha kid who grew up going to Rosenblatt watching the World Series.
Gotta love it.
So they are very much in the driver's seat here in the late innings.
He's a happy young man.
Now this is a veteran senior-led team that won the Big East and have put on quite an impressive 2025 regional debut here. Very much in the driver's seat, perhaps, to face Arkansas tomorrow. 8-run lead in the 7th. Ben North goes down on strikes. Inning is over. The Creighton lead grows. Sailors is now driven in 4 runs. It's a 3-hit day for the best bat in the order. A 7 spot for Creighton in the top half of the 6th inning. They added a run in the 7th after Nolan Sailors, Bobby, goes yard.
Locked in. Look at how high he hit that. No doubter. 101 off the barrel. And look at Coach. He is a happy man. That's a big smile right there from the veteran. That service.
One last ride for the 22-year head man at Creighton. Announced his retirement at the end of last season. At 25 would be his last year. They've got an 11-3 lead over one of the Big 12's best. Sawyer Smith leading off for the Jayhawks here, and there's one quick out. So Ian Kuzman, remember his great uncle, so he's the great nephew, I suppose, is Jerry Kuzman.
Wow, legend. World Series champion with the Dodgers. Lefty.
So he has just about gone one time through the order here. He's only allowed 1 hit and has retired 7 of the 8 that he's faced. Ian Francis, number 9 hitter, takes that for a strike. So now bottom of the 7th for Kansas. We're officially in, it's getting late territory. This is a prolific Jayhawk offense, so don't forget that. But they have backed themselves into a corner here on the wrong end of an 8-run deficit.
8 outs to make a run here.
If there's any offense that could do it, Kansas is one of them. This one's into the gap in right center. 2 out. Well, one last time, let's remind you, scan that QR code because ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. And if you scan that QR code, it'll take you to our squeeze play coverage. It's around-the-clock, multi-game coverage, red zone style. So ESPN Plus subscribers can access that expanded coverage when they scan that QR code. Got a whole lot of interesting games unfolding right now. Day 1 of this regional round. Ballinger underneath it. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Kuzmin. Only needed 6 pitchers to retire the side in the 7th. Seven innings down, and the Big East champs are in the driver's seat now. They're 6 outs away from advancing to face Arkansas in a very important Saturday night battle that would determine who is going to the regional final. Kansas goes back to the bullpen. Nathaniel Trumper. Bobby is on the mound. He's the redshirt senior from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yeah, almost 60% fastball usage. A ride heater, throws it up in the strike zone. The key, though, is his curveball command. When he's throwing that for a strike, that makes that fastball tunnel with it, and the fastball becomes effective at the top of the strike zone.
So Trumper's job is to just throw a 0 up there. Dan Fitzgerald's team only has 6 outs here to mount what would be a pretty massive comeback. They're down 8 runs. And Bobby, it was a very competitive back and forth game. We saw teams, both of these teams trading runs, trading advantages. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Creighton until that top half of the 6th inning, when the Blue Jays sent 12 hitters to the plate. They scored 7 runs. Everybody, just about everybody, put the ball into play. So collectively, you know, as a team in that 6th inning, let's put it this way. 2 of the outs that were recorded by Kansas were sacrifice outs. Sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly. So technically only 1 hitter was retired conventionally, if you want to call it that. So it was a big and productive 6th inning for the Blue Jays.
A lot of barreled baseballs through the middle of the field to the backside, gap-to-gap hitting. Just quality offensive approach. All started with a leadoff walk. Cannot emphasize that enough. Those leadoff walks are big inning potential in the game of baseball, from the little league all the way to the big leagues.
That's fouled away. Now Dominic Vagley, Kansas's starter, and he's been their frontline guy for 2 seasons now. He was coming off of a 5th inning in which he looked really sharp, got out of a, let's say, a runner in scoring position jam. Capisi goes down on strikes. And then he comes back out there, Bobby, after striking out a couple of batters, stranded a man at third base. And what did you notice?
I think he maxed out. He was 95 to 97 that inning. Topped out at 97 miles per hour with his fastball and was throwing exploding depth sliders that the Creighton hitters were chasing. In the middle of the order, their top guys. And he had to do a lot of energy at a high level to, to get through that jam. He got out of it, and he kind of had nothing left when he came back out to the mound. A 4-pitch walk, ball was up in the strike zone, and the rest is history.
Good day at the plate for McLean today. You know, and in a game like this, maybe as a staff, I'm sure they recognize that as well from Vagley on the mound.
Well, he's so competitive.
But, yeah.
You know, he's so resilient. He's so talented. He's such a great athlete. You think, well, he was throwing so good in that inning, but it's just almost like just emptied his tank. It's like getting in the weight room and maxing out, doing your max bench.
Yep.
And then you don't want to go back to bench and do it again, right? You're done with bench. We got to go to back and buys, right? And the proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding. I mean, you know, it's just unfortunate because he competed at a high level the inning before, really maxed out. And just unfortunately, that walk took place. And like I said, Creighton did a good job. Got to tip the cap to them as well.
McLean rips it into the seats. And then, okay, is the youngster going to get it? Who's going to get the souvenir here?
He's trying to make it. He's the gatekeeper.
Got quite the deliberation going on.
Yes.
Another 1-2 is stung foul.
Nice. McLean takes hacks, by the way. Oh, he's smiling. He's happy. Look at that. That is a strong human right there. Look at the legs on McLean. That's why the ball can go out of the facility at a 455.
Yeah, he hits that one hard. Yeah, off of the bat. Nice job from Trumper to cover. So 3-1 on the putout. But great day for McLean. Great day for Sailors.
In the modern game, his metrics were great. Very high today. That was 103 off the barrel. He went 111, 103. I mean, he's smoking the baseball all over the yard.
Senior from Exeter, New Hampshire. He started at UMass. A couple of really good years there. Transferred to Creighton ahead of last season. You know, there really just is, Bobby, this collective drive internally. And for just about every team that's here, they're going to have a piece of that at least. There's a reason why 64 teams are here. But for the bulk of this Creighton starting lineup, their pitching staff, they have been together. They're not just older players. They have been together in Omaha and wearing that Creighton uniform for several years. This one is smoked into the right center gap. Long, long run and a dive from Barth. He can't get to it. This one rattles around. Dieters heads to third, and it's a triple. Another extra base hit for the Blue Jays.
He stays inside this big breaking ball, that 12-6 breaking ball, and drives it with backspin into the gap. Look at the effort from Bart. Full Superman dive. Just can't get there. What a great approach. Great hustle play. It's good baseball. These great hitters, Their approach gap to gap, staying inside the baseball, exiting the center of the baseball and driving it with backspin has been impressive. Impressive.
Bobby, 7 extra base hits today for Creighton hitters. And several triples as well. Sailors tripled, now Dieters.
Kind of reminds me of the 91 Jim Hendry team that made it to Omaha. A lot of backside hitting. That team was loaded. Stahoviak, All-American. Backside. People who are living in Omaha, they remember that club. Brian O'Connor on the mound.
Yep. The local team getting to play at the time at Rosenblatt. Hess drills this one to deep left field. Barth able to come up with that one. 11-3 Creighton. NCAA Regionals coverage from all 16 sites. It continues tomorrow and all weekend on ESPN Plus, also the ESPN app. Visit ncaa.com for more information. Are they checking some of the scores from around there are some interesting scores right now, partner.
Oh, yeah.
Day 1 of the regional. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Fayetteville. So quickly, let's reset the stakes here. Look at that score. Creighton scores 7 runs in the 6th inning, and they turn a 3-3 ball game into a big-time lead. Dariel Osoria leads off and blasts it deep to left off of Kuzmin. Long run for Gillen. He's not getting there. Solo blast for Osoria. Sooner or later, Kuzmin, 3 good innings, but boy, he had allowed a number of hard hit balls. Sooner or later, they were going to get him, and Kansas does here. 3rd home run of the day for the Jayhawks.
Kuzmin has been charging it in there. It's what you want to do when you're up big. Make the Kansas hitters earn it. No freebies. That's going to happen once in a while. I'd rather have that than walks. Just be straight with you. I'd rather have that than walks. That ball kind of leaked to the arm side on the inner half. Really good swing.
9th homer of the season for Osorio. And so now Jackson Hauge hits. But Bobby, back to the point here. We mentioned some eye-opening scores right now from around the country.
Give it to me.
Yeah, we've got a number of national seeds that are facing deficits deep into their games. Most notably, you've got an Oregon State team, number 8 national seed, that is down 2 runs in the 9th inning to St. Mary's.
Wow.
2-0 pitch to Hauge. Rock to left. There's 1 out. Yeah, here's a couple of notable ones now. Ole Miss The Rebels, a number 10 national seed, they have come back to tie the score here against Murray State. Southern Miss, the number 16 seed, their deficit has grown further since the last time we checked in. They're down 8-3 to the Columbia Lions.
Out of the Ivy League. Heading south.
Oh, that one runs in and it hits Council. Got him on the shoulder blade that time, so a 1-out base runner.
He'll gladly take that 90. Base runners are what you're looking for if you're the Kansas Jayhawks. You know, sometimes a home run will end a rally. You know, it's just, okay, here's a bomb, restart. You want HBPs, walks, a couple guys on, then a knock. Solos are fine right now for Creighton. Solo home runs, charge it in there. You just don't want those freebies. Those HBPs and walks are what's going to help Kansas potentially get back in this game.
This is Kazuski. He singled the last time he was up. It was also his first at bat. He replaced Serta in the outfield a couple innings ago. Oh, that gets away from Capisi. So now you have a runner in scoring position. The strength of this Kansas team
need a little
has been its
right
offense.
Here. Yeah, they have big inning potential, no question about it. They just need some base runners and then some knocks. Base runners and knocks.
And they built a reputation this year for being a comeback team.
Right, and
got
a big
lot
inning
of comeback wins.
Yes.
That said, this would be a biggie today. They're still down 7. Jimmy Burke is warming up in the Creighton bullpen. So
it's baseball.
Good mound visit.
Absolute mind switch right there. You want to change the mindset. You want to change it, recenter, get back to throwing strikes. You still have a huge lead. Make the Kansas hitters earn it. That means throwing it in the strike zone. Baseball's still baseball. It's about winning the strike zone. Whoever wins the strike zone more on that day usually wins the game, offensively and defensively.
It's pumped in for a strike.
There you go.
Cancellari through the first 4 innings. That's the that was the Creighton ace. Koosman came out of the bullpen in the 5th. 3 scoreless until he allowed the home run to Osoria. That's tight.
Seems like a long time ago that he was in this baseball game.
He had that great start. Gave up 3 in his 4 innings. 3-1 is ripped right at Dieters. You know, both of the outs in this inning, these are just, like you said, barreled up line drives, but there are 2 gone.
Yeah, so you can defend that. Those are 2 balls that were hit over 100 miles an hour. They're defendable. Can't defend an HBP, can't defend a walk, and you cannot defend a home run. Home runs are hard to get. So throw it in there, you've got 10 chances for an out. 9 defenders and a strikeout. 10 chances. Take your chances and throw it down the middle. See what happens.
Michael Brooks. Today's 1 for 2. Also walked and scored back in the 2nd. So Kansas's offense has come home exclusively on the home run ball. Barth, Serta, and Osoria. Those are the 3 Jayhawks that have gone yard today. 2-run homer, solo, and solo shot. It's now 103 homers on the year. That's a program record. Still down 7, 2-0. Inside edge for a strike.
Nice pitch on the inner half right there. Well located. Drops a right-on-right changeup. Comes in the back door away from the right-hand hitter right there. That's a really good pitch, especially after a fastball in. That's pitching.
Big deep breath from Kuzman there. 2-2. That's foul, up in the air, out of play.
You see what Kuzman's doing there. He's going fastball in, soft away, fastball in. That's worked for over 100 years in the game of baseball. Hard in, soft away. It's amazing, right?
Yep.
Here we are in 2025, and hard in, soft away still works.
2-2, lifted to center. Gillen's got it lined up. The Blue Jays 3 outs away now from facing Arkansas tomorrow night. Creighton today, its offense has been brilliant. Big blasts at big moments. 7 extra base hits today, couple of home runs, and the big blast and the big inning were in the 6th. A 7-run top half of the 6th inning turned a 3-3 tie into a 10-3 Creighton advantage. Kansas has gone yard 3 times as well. Blue Jays in front. Most runs in an NCAA tournament game for the program was 21 against Albany, 2007. Tonight they've got 11.
Ball's been jumping tonight, that's for sure.
By the way, you see they scored 11 runs, 2019, in a regional final game against Michigan. Michigan team that ultimately went to the College World Series finals. They pushed Michigan to a 7th game that season. Ultimately fell short in the regional round. And so a new pitcher on the mound for Kansas. That's Dalton Smith. He faces Jack Tarosian, the pinch hitter. Replaces Dakota Duffalo.
That 2019 Michigan team that they lost to in that battle, head coach Eric Backage.
Yep.
Now at Clemson. Took that Michigan team to the finals.
22nd appearance of the year for Smith. Going deep in the bullpen here with a 7-run deficit in the 9th inning. That time, Tarosian beats the shift. Only one fielder on the left side, and he's got himself a base hit.
Good little backside approach. Creighton hitters have been doing that a lot tonight. Doesn't try to do too much. They got a dead pull and decides, hey, I'm just going to go backside where there's nobody there. Hit them where they ain't. Wee Willie Keeler.
They've done that 15 times, by the way.
Yeah.
15 hits today for the Big East champs. And they were the undisputed champs. They won the regular season title. They were the 1 seed in the conference tournament, and they swept the field. They beat UConn, a program that very much thought it had a strong enough resume to be in this tournament field. They were one of the first 4 teams left out of this tournament. But they beat them in the title game of the conference tournament in order to punch their ticket here. So they wind up being sent to the Fayetteville Regional as a 3 seed. And here they are, about what, 6.5 hours south of Omaha, with a massive lead in the 9th inning, and they're 3 outs away from going to face the number 3 overall seed in the field tomorrow night. First pitch would be 8 local, 9 Eastern. Little primetime battle that would determine who's going to get to the regional final. Just an impressive display of hitting today for everybody. 1 through 9 in the order for the Blue Jays.
And holding the Kansas offense so far in this game down to 4 runs. So it's been a complete game, both sides of the ball.
Just 6 hits.
Yeah.
Tate Gillen, the leadoff hitter, had a big 2-run single in the 6th inning. That really opened the game up in that pivotal 6th. Bobby, he's 3 for 4 today. He's also walked. Just about everybody who has been at the plate today has hit safely.
Good fastball, 92 up with some life from Smith.
One, 2 is shaved foul down the line. This Creighton program played so consistently well all year long. They really had, what, maybe 1 hiccup. They lost a bad series to Seton Hall, left a sour taste in their mouth very early in conference play. And from that point on, they didn't lose another Big East series. Wound up finishing the year 13-1 coming into this tournament, that is. I mean, there really were not too many poor stretches throughout the season. They played very consistent all year long. 1-2 pitch is coming to Gillen, and that one runs high.
Keep it up, Tony, keep it up.
Not sure why Smith is throwing over to first base. He should just throw it in there and concentrate on getting the hitter, getting his hitters back in the dugout so they can make a comeback.
Well, what do you think's going through his mind maybe in this
Not
situation?
sure. As far as throwing over to first base, I think that just get the ball, charge it in there, get your hitters off the defensive side of the ball and get them in the dugout so they have a chance at a comeback here.
7-run deficit. 2-2 inside corner for a called third strike. Gillen retired, 1 away.
It's a great fastball in, 4-seamer. Yeah, frozen. Yeah, really nice job with the framing there, presenting the ball. Quality.
So Smith that time, he does bounce back. Matt Sherman, 2 for 4, make it 2 for 5 today. Ooh, whiffs at that breaking pitch.
He's been chasing some breaking balls today that are off the plate. Highlighted him in the open. He's one of the top hitters in the Creighton lineup.
Another quick throw over to first. Oh, there's Nolan Sailors. He is a double away. make it a single away from perhaps a cycle. So that's into center, make it left, pardon me. Base hit for Sherman, and Sailors is coming up. Yeah, so he is a single away from the cycle.
Yeah, 399, and he's been hot, on fire.
A base hit away from the cycle. So, Bobby, okay, pardon me. I had his 6th inning base hit down as a single. They gave him a double in that situation. So he's done all the hard work here. Ryan Fitzgerald, last player to hit for the cycle for this program.
10 years ago.
Wow. Sailors has a chance to do it on the big stage.
Be fun to see that. And he's good with runners in scoring position, 338 on the season.
You know, Sailors told us a couple of days ago, the Omaha native, grew up going to Rosenblatt. Very appreciative to spend his entire career wearing that Creighton uniform. True senior, 4 years of the program, 4-year starter. Has grown, developed. They're certainly happy to be here in this regional round. They want to get to that next weekend. 3-1 is stung foul. Just getting here is not going to be the finish line for this program.
Sailors wants that pitch back. That was a good pitch to hit at 92 miles an hour on the inner half, and just a little late getting the barrel to the baseball.
Two runners on, 3-2. That one's lifted foul and out of play. He has driven in 4 runs today. Payoff. That's high, so that's ball 4. Now this will wind up being the 5th time that he has reached safely today. And you would think just based on the shape of this game, he might not have another chance here. But nevertheless, what a day at the plate for Nolan Sailors.
His takes have been very hitterish today. He's seeing the ball well, nice and quiet at the plate. Looks like he's in total control of the at-bat.
The veteran Blue Jays. They've got the bases loaded now with Ben North back at the plate. Only 1 gone. The 6-run 7th inning. Well, let me flip that. The 7-run 6th inning, pardon me, for Creighton. Was the biggest moment in this game. That broke a 3-3 tie and turned it into a big-time Blue Jay advantage. And the Big East champs 3 outs away from going to face Arkansas tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. Winner of that game vaults to the regional final, where you have the major upper hand. If that happens, some team in this regional has to beat you twice on Sunday and Monday.
Hard to
then
do.
Advance to the Supers.
Hard to do. A little bit easier these days that they have the Monday. Used to not have the Monday option. They pushed it to Monday, and they spread the tournament out a little bit more, and I like it. I like where they're at with that.
Swing and a miss, 2 away. So that time Smith gets North. He struck out 3 times today. Ben North has. Connor Capisi bats with the bases loaded.
You're having a tough time on breaking balls. Chasing some early and late in counts. Yeah, back in the day, you talk about regionals and getting out of the loser's bracket. The old 6-team regional. 6 teams in each regional. You get in that loser's bracket, oh, that's death.
Big mountain to climb.
Yes.
It's just a lot of games, and a lot of teams
in a
that
short
you would
period
have
of
to
time.
eliminate. Yeah.
Compacted. Played in 2 of those in college, and those are some crazy brackets. You're seeing, oh, we're in the losers bracket now. Who are we playing? You don't even know. I mean, it takes a computer program to figure it out.
Capisi waves and misses at the 0-1. Well, we saw Arkansas earlier today. One of those regionals, you face an Arkansas team, right? With Dave Van Horn he was a GA, right? On the staff.
Oh yeah.
0-2, wave and a miss. Inning comes to a close. Creighton is 3 outs away from advancing to face Van Horn's Razorbacks tomorrow night. The number 3 overall team in the field, winners earlier today against North Dakota State. And so Arkansas awaits the winner of this one. Very important Saturday night battle. The Hogs will face either Creighton or Kansas. Creighton 3 outs away as we enter the bottom of the 9th inning, an 11-4 lead. Now remember, the loser of this game, its season is on over. It would then turn around and have to play that elimination game against North Dakota State at 2 local time tomorrow. The Hogs, they are waiting.
Yes.
One of the best programs in America for years.
And they were here watching earlier.
Little
checking
scouting.
out the game.
Yep. New pitcher to close this one out for the Blue Jays. This is Jimmy Burke, Bobby. He is the senior from Orland Park, Illinois.
Chi-Town kid.
Yeah.
Strike thrower. 2.18 walks per 9. The standard is 3. Lots of fastballs. Coach Service looking for strikes. Pounding the strike zone, making these Kansas hitters earn it.
First pitch is in for a strike to Tommy Barth. 7, 8, and 9 in the Kansas order. They've only got 3 outs to work with and down 7. Dom Cancelleri and Ian Kuzman each logged 4 innings today. And each were effective in different ways. Cancelleri wound up striking out 5 in his 4 innings. Now, he did give up 3 earned, but he battled to get through those 4. And then his teammate Kuzman came in, gave up just 1 over 4. Down goes Barth on 3 pitches. And now they're 2 outs away from advancing to face Arkansas.
A lot of life up in the zone, a lot of arm side movement. That ball just took off above the belt.
Dan Fitzgerald's team up against it right now. But we highlighted it a moment ago. Double elimination format in this regional round. So you can take a loss and you continue playing. But you got to claw your way back. Tomorrow, the loser of this one faces North Dakota State at 2 local times. You got to turn around quickly tomorrow afternoon. 0-1 pitch to Smith. Lifted out to left center. And so Creighton's 1 out away.
Now, double elimination tournaments, the great thing about that in baseball, Fitzy, is the best team will win the tournament. You don't just slip up and have a bad day. 2 losses to get knocked out of this tournament, right? Double elimination is what it's all about. Especially at this level, this caliber of baseball.
Pinch hitter, Ty Wisdom, one last chance for Kansas.
So my point being, Kansas, if they're truly the best team in this tournament, they will win it. Because it's a double elimination tournament. They have another opportunity to come back tomorrow, get rolling again. It's harder, no question about that.
And the question is, if you're Ed Service, who do you go to tomorrow? He's got a couple of starters he can go to. 2-0 is swung at and missed. Jack Pino, Wilson Moggers, the freshman of the year in the conference.
That's a good question.
It's 3 balls and a strike now to Wisdom.
In these tournaments, you don't just go 1, 2, 3 like a normal season. Sometimes you go matchup, right? What's the matchup against that program?
That's in the air, lifted out to center. An impressive performance today by the Creighton Blue Jays, and they win their opening round game over Kansas. They will face the number 3 overall team in the field, that is Arkansas, tomorrow night at 8 local time. The winner of that one goes to the regional final. First time they have started this regional round, 1-0 since 2011. 11-run, 16-hit performance. Everybody contributed, 1 through 9 in the order today for the Big East champs.
The Blue Jays hammered the baseball all over the yard and out of the yard in this contest. A world-class approach, hitting the ball through the middle of the field, gap to gap, driving the baseball at a high level. And I am very interested to see their game tomorrow night against the Razorbacks.
It's going to be a fun one, Coach. Winner of that one goes to the regional final, where you have a major upper hand. Creighton's moving on. So we say goodnight from Fayetteville now. For Bobby Miranda and the crew, I'm Kevin Fitzgerald. So long from Baum Walker Stadium. Creighton advances.